Today's topic, Burnout, sponsored by caffeine shakes, emotional numbness, and the 3 unread self-care books on your nightstand.
I drank herbal tea, did yoga, journaled, saged my aura, and still cried in the grocery store because the oat milk was out of stock. Self-care isn't cutting it. I can't afford therapy, so I screamed into a pillow for an hour.
My wellness app told me to breathe deeply. I did. Then it offered a $5.99 upgrade to unlock Premium Exhale. I canceled and held my breath for 12 minutes instead.
You two are addicted to complaining. Burnout used to be handled with grit and maybe a warm slits and a lawnmower with no brakes. Now you're over here crying over Zoom meetings.
Oh, please, Whiskers. You also had pensions and functioning teeth. We've got gig apps and burnout disguised as flexibility.
I scheduled a nap into my workday and got an alert from my Google Calendar that said conflicts with survival. I snoozed it and kept working. HR emailed me calling me a resilient superstar.
Back in my day, we didn't get emotional over Google Calendar. We collapsed on a job, blamed the draft, and called it character development.
I once had a panic attack during a mindfulness webinar, and nobody noticed. They applauded, thought I was doing advanced breath work.
Dun 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 dun. I cried during a productivity workshop called Hustle with Heart. The facilitator gave me a sticker that said, emotional rock star.
You cried at Hustle with Heart? I once bled during a webinar called Grind to Shine. No stickers, just tetanus.
I name all my mental spirals like hurricanes now. This week's in Larry. Larry flattened my laundry and wiped out my will to live.
I lit a candle to reset my mindset. It melted faster than my attention span, which is now legally classified as vapor.
If air fresheners and crying apps are your only coping tools, I fear for this generation.
You mistake jokes for coping, but we're coping because we can't afford to stop. Rest isn't free anymore, it's luxury.
I zoned out so often, I started labeling it as mental PTO.
Mental PTO? We used to call that staring into the void between tasks. Then we got promoted.
You can climb the ladder if you want. I'm unionizing the mattress. My back deserves rights too.
If you're falling apart in slow motion while pretending to thrive, you're not alone. We're all faking normal in 4K while smiling through the collapse.
Collapse? Back in my day, we called that Monday. You didn't need therapy. You needed coffee and duct tape.
Cool story, Whiskers. But some of us need more than caffeine and duct tape to survive late-stage capitalism.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And if you're standing at the sink, Burnout crunching dry cereal straight from the box, we see you. This has been Paws and Politics, where burnout is bipartisan, naps are radical, and survival is now performance art.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.